I just want to get, I'm not gonna lie, just into the real, the dirty. I know it's crazy. Yes, what's up with, you do not want to do that, trust me. This is what I love talking about, being like, this is what you do, this blah, blah, blah. Don't even mess with those, but what do you do with poop? That's a big question. Kamusta y'all. It is your semi-crunchy mama friend Betina talking about cloth diapers today. I just want to get into the real, the dirty, yes, what's up with poop and all the things with cloth diapering. I just wanted to share a little backstory so you know what my experience is like and I'm not just selling cloth diapers. I have actually cloth diapered now for 3 years. I have 3 kids. It's been quite a journey and I have been really down with this. Like Nick has been down with it. I mean, it's not always the cleanest option at times because it can get pretty messy, but overall, we're really proud that we've done it. So I just wanted to share why we do it. Number one, I'm really passionate about what the kids are putting on their bodies when it comes to like creams and lotions and soaps and obviously with their food. So every day they're wearing diapers around their private parts. So I was thinking, you know what, less chemicals. There's obviously great diapers out there that have less chemicals, but I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to pick cloth diapers instead. And I really have loved how they are with their skin. I always notice such a big difference. And obviously with the environmental impact, if we can all do our part in small ways, we can make a big impact together. So I have chose to do that. And obviously you get a little bit of a cost savings there too, because you're not buying disposable diapers. They are an investment up front, but you are saving money in the long run. So that's something to think about. So what types of cloth diapers are there? So the ones that I've had experience with, and there are quite a few. I bought some for when the kids were really little, like newborn, but thankfully there's a lot of brands now that have newborn diapers. But just to show you what the newborn diapers look like, these little newborn ones, this is such a small little one. Oh my gosh, so cute. This one's called Lil Joey and it's just so tiny and it's just like one diaper. There's no like pad or anything because the babies are pretty small. The only downside to this is that you can't use it for very long. Like I think after a month I stopped using these, but I didn't have to buy any newborn diapers. But what I did do was got some newborn diapers from Millie Moon and Coterie, and they're both really great. There are less chemicals in both of those brands, so I use those at night to soak up a little bit more. I'll talk a little bit more about overnights later, but this is just an all-in-one. It's just like ready. You may have heard the term pre-folds if you've been doing research already, but pre-folds are literally like old school, like you fold the diapers. Like, I'm not gonna lie, just don't even mess with those. I think that you just need to invest in something like this. But then these are all-in-ones. It already has a liner in it. You don't even need to do anything, but if you want to add an extra liner, this is also for smaller babies. And then they have little clips here that you can adjust. So you literally just snap them together. You can also make them smaller to make them more tight, but you've got little elastic here to go right around their legs and stuff. This one you can use for a little bit longer. I use these for up to 3 months with Makoa and Osa. And these ones, again, the tiny ones I only use for like a month. So those are great. The ones that I use with Aluna and Osa for the longest time were this brand called, Nora's Nursery is the number one. These are called pocket diapers. So they literally just have a pocket in here. And then you have a liner that you can put inside. So I usually put 2 liners. When you buy these, they usually only come with 1. Like you'll buy a 10-pack or 7-pack and they come with 7 liners and they'll come in here, but you can buy extra liners and I believe these ones are made out of hemp. Nora's Nursery was the ones that I used for the longest time because when I was researching, they were not too expensive. They were super cute. Like the patterns I really love. Like this is really fun. I have these for Osa. I had a bunch of really cute ones for Aluna. Recently, I partnered with Charlie Banana. I remember researching them and I was just like, didn't end up getting them because I was like, oh, they're a little more expensive. So that ended up going with Nora's Nursery. But if I would do it all over again, I would go with Charlie Banana and I'll show you why. So not only do you have a pocket diaper here and it's the same thing with the adjustment here, you can use these from newborn stage because they have this little adjustment on the inside. You can see it has like different sizes, extra small, medium, all the way to large. So you can use these forever from newborn stage all the way until they're bigger. So I really love that. And you can also just adjust them here with the snaps, just like the Nora's Nursery. So the Nora's Nursery ones are great if you're past the newborn stage and you're just like, you know what, because these ones don't fold small enough to be newborn. I've tried, but they always were like not big enough. So these are the pads that come with Charlie Banana. And I have found that these are super absorbent, a lot more absorbent than these. And they just go right in here. And they also sell a booster pad. So these ones I only have to put one on the inside. But if I'm gonna put him down for a nap or something, I actually add an extra one on top. So you can actually add a booster pad on top or put both of them inside. With these, they're like pretty thick, so you don't really need them. Like these are a lot thinner. I don't know if you could tell, but this is the Nora's Nursery, this is the Charlie Banana, and it's a lot thicker. And I also, you can see how there's like seams. I feel like they just absorb better. So again, if I could do it all over, I would go with Charlie Banana. Next question I get a lot is how many do you need to start? I have found that about 18 to 20, a good rotation if you only want to do laundry every 3 to 4 days. With the cloth diapers, it also just depends on like newborn versus older babies. Like Osa only goes through like 3 diapers a day because he will occasionally pee in the toilet and then sometimes he'll poop on the potty. Usually only like 3 to 4 for the older kiddos, but then for a newborn you need more, like anywhere between 6 to 8 a day. So you just do the math there. But yeah, again, I found like 20 was a good start for us just because I didn't want to have to do laundry all the time. The next question is how do you wash them? This is what I love talking about because I don't know why I'm just so passionate about like being like, this is what you do, this blah, blah, blah. The washing basics. First of all, I have 2 separate diaper pails. I use the Deco for the cloth diapers and I use the Ubi pail for the wipes and all of the other things that need to go in the trash. The Ubi is really great because it's small, it's compact, and you can just like put all the stinky stuff in there. And then the diapers, the Deco can go in there, and I love that it's a wider like opening for you to be able to fit a cloth diaper in there. The Ubi pail is pretty small, like it's just a little round hole that you can't really fit a cloth diaper in there. So the Deco has been really great. And I always put a reusable diaper pail inside of a diaper bag. There's like a big bag that you can get through Charlie Banana or Nora's Nursery. All these brands like sell these like reusable liners that you can put inside of the cloth diapering garbage can. I obviously have those separated. And then from there, I put it on a pretty intense wash. I wash with Molly Suds. I usually use 3 scoops. Molly Suds is the crunchy version of laundry detergent. So Molly Suds, and then I also use Lysol's detergent, which is not crunchy, but it's gonna kill all those germs. So I use both of those in there. I feel like it has just done a great job. I will be very honest in saying that I did do the diapers without the Lysol for a while, and I know that it is a chemical, but again, just trying to kill some of the germs and the smell. The Lysol without it, I did notice that there were some rashes, and like, well, Luna did get a little bit of a yeast infection the first time. I had to figure out a different solution. Again, I'm semi-crunchy. I would definitely try to go the route of getting more disinfectant, but the beauty disinfectant, the most amazing disinfectant is the sun. So what I do is I wash everything in the washing machine, and then after that, I take all the liners out and I put those in the dryer. Like the heat will just kill all the germs, but then these I don't toss in the dryer because I feel like the elastics will go faster. So I'll take these and I'll just lay them out in the sun. So I try my best. If there are days that are very sunny, I won't put the Lysol on and I'll just stick these in the sun, and they just like, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of satisfying to see how white it gets after it's been sitting in the sun. I know it's crazy, but it does wonders. Yeah, we've got the sun to be your natural disinfectant. So that's how I wash them. I usually just stick them in the sun and then boom, they're good. But if you're in some place that you don't really have the space, then maybe consider the Lysol. If you want to tumble dry them, go for it. It just know that your elastic might go faster, but then you can also have someone like sew them. I have a friend that she's so sweet. She ended up putting more elastic in there for me. So it's a good idea. But what do you do with poop? That's a big question. You can't wash the poop. You can't wash the poop. So what we have done is literally just taking the diaper and just shaking it into the toilet. You can also get disposable bamboo liners. There are a bunch of different, I can't remember what the other material that we've used is, but you can put like a liner in here and literally just dump it, and they're biodegradable, and just put them in the toilet. Or you can just dump that into your diaper pail. If you want to get 2 Decos that have wider holes to put garbage in, you could do that. But the poop, you gotta go right into the toilet. But the good news is, if you are breastfeeding and you are cloth diapering, you can put that right into the washing machine because breast milk is water soluble. So that's a good little tip for any of y'all. The newborn stages are a lot easier with it. So that's why I mentioned I switched whenever Osa started eating solids. It was just too much, like having to manage the poop and all of that. I was like, this is too much. So I decided just to switch him over to regular diapers for just a few months until Luna was fully potty trained and out of diapers. Whew. So someone has asked me, like, what do you do when you're on the go? And I mentioned this, when I travel, I usually use regular diapers, but you can certainly, if I'm just going to Nick's parents for the day or Nick's brother's house, I'll usually just bring like one of those wet bags and just stick the diapers in there, even if it has a little bit of poop, or I'll wrap it like in a plastic bag and put it in there just so it doesn't stink. And then when I get home, put it away. So if you really just want to commit to the cloth diapers as a whole, go for it. But if you are traveling like air and going somewhere, it's definitely going to be a challenge. So I would suggest just finding a diaper that you really love. I usually travel with diapers, like whether it's Coterie or Millie Moon, but thankfully Millie Moon you can find at any Target. Coterie, I don't think you can find those at the store. So if I'm at home, like, and if I can pack enough, if I'm only leaving for like a day or two, I'll do that. But if I'm leaving for multiple days, like when we've gone on vacation, we'll normally just buy some there or just check a box of Coterie diapers, which is kind of crazy, I know. Again, as much as we can, we just care about what we put on the kiddos' bodies. So, and will cloth diapers leak more? So if they're not fit properly, yes, they might leak. I definitely have had situations where I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I see little yellow breast milk poop coming out of Osa or coming out of Makoa. So you just have to make sure you have a proper fit. I mentioned having to adjust. So you can see right now I have this adjusted to be smaller, but you can make it bigger. But also if the elastic is starting to go, that's an issue and it'll leak more. But then also that's why I love these Charlie Banana, because you can make them fit properly with the adjustments here. Again, I really think this is an investment. I've recently partnered with them and that's why they sent me a bunch. Wouldn't have known how great these are and I'm grateful to now know about them. So I'm definitely linking my link below because you definitely should try these out because these are by far my favorite. They leak a little bit, but I think it's just really important to make sure you're sizing it right. And they do fit under clothes. Someone was like, do they fit under the clothes? As long as you only have like one liner in it. It's cute actually whenever they have like a big booty. Osa, he's just so cute whenever he has a big double liner booty. Oh, it's so cute. And then nighttime. Nighttime, I mentioned this earlier, but with Makoa and with Osa, what I did was I would give them the Coterie or the Millie Moons overnight because it would help with leakage. And I wouldn't actually had to change their diapers less because they weren't freaking out. So I felt like it kept them a little more dry. And so yeah, I felt like the overnight, they can honestly, it usually is okay. Osa, now that he's older, you know, he's usually going to the bathroom more and he has more liquid. In the morning, I have to change him right away. Like sometimes he might wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I have a lot of pee. So for the most part, not need to change them. We normally don't have leakage issues with the older kids, but for the newborns, since they wake up so much, I don't always put the cloth diapers on them. Oh, but who am I kidding? Actually, I forgot. My brain is like mom brain right now. I actually forgot that recently, since we got these Charlie Bananas, it's only been like a month, I don't put Makoa in the disposable at night anymore. I just put 2 liners and then put him in there and he's fine. Yeah, I'm going completely disposable free right now. Look at that. You could just do that especially if you have these. Man, I'm pitching y'all hard on these right now, but but no, seriously, the Charlie Bananas, if I could do it all over again, I would get so many of these. And they have such cute patterns. Like look at these ones, so cute. And then this one just has a little stripes, cute. And I always get people to ask me, isn't it gross? Isn't it a lot more work? Is it worth it? Like, I personally think it is. You know, if you know my husband and I, we are people that are full of grit and we're gonna work through whatever seems challenging. And I know it seems silly, but cloth diapering can be challenging, but it's really, really rewarding. It is a lot of work and there are times where I'm like, man, what? But then also most of the time I'm like, yeah, yes, what? But no, for the most part, I'm really happy that we do it. And whenever I haven't bought diapers and I don't even know how long, it's really awesome. Save a lot of money, you're doing your part in the environment, and then also the kiddos have nice soft booties. And overall, I just really love it. We'll see what happens whenever Makoa starts eating solids this time. Trying to get Osa potty trained. I was like, I hope Osa's potty trained, but he just turned 2. It's pretty hard, but the only one challenge I'll say is that with the cloth diapers, they are so comfortable. It's a little different than a regular diaper comes to potty training. So like whenever we were trying to like adjust, like be like, okay, you're gonna wear undies versus a cloth diaper, it really felt the same for them. So that's like the only main challenge when it came to potty training. But overall, yeah, I think it's worth it. If you have any questions about the cloth diapering, please leave comments below. I will leave my link for Charlie Banana and Nora's Nursery. Nora's Nursery is more affordable and they do have super cute patterns, and I have tons of their liners. But if you're willing to make the investment, I think that Charlie Banana is definitely the winner here. And if you're also thinking newborn, you can just get these small little Joeys. But since I have multiple kids, I've used these more than once. But if you're just doing it for one kid, Charlie Banana the way. And also, might freak you out for some people, but you can get some on Facebook Marketplace. You could just make sure you sanitize them really well. And one more bonus tip. If you are someone that is very passionate about reducing waste in your home and you want to use reusable wipes, Charlie Banana has really great ones, but you can also get some other brands. But don't make your own wipes by putting water in something and just letting your wipes sit in there, because that can harbor a lot of bacteria. So you do not want to do that, trust me. What I do, I use Honest Soothing Bottom Spray. Wipe with the Charlie Banana wipes. Their wipes are just so soft. Only thing is they only come with 10, so you have to buy. I would buy an extra pack, but I used to have some other ones that I use. Just use that spray, wipe their booties, and then put it right in the diaper pail. You can also just put water in there. Wet wipes are just water, so just spray water, but same thing. If you're just like, I don't want too many chemicals, that's another great option as well. Yay! But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Peace, y'all.